That's the thing. All right. Oh yeah, hey, it actually helps when I do it the right way. Hey guys, Beams here. I'm here again with Nat. Yep. Hey, nice to meet you. Renee. All right, and these are actually two fellow YouTubers down here. Now, did you folks attend the Straight Pride Parade?
Yes.
Okay, so and what were your thoughts?
I wanted to. I couldn't get in. I was with Antifa.
Hey, well, you guys were just telling me before, you guys were actually having a debate. So Could you mind rehashing that real quick?
So we met Antifa's debate club. They're much more pleasant than the other people.
Really?
Yes.
And
one guy.
Okay, all right. No, I actually, there was a group of folks. I don't know if they identified as Antifa. They happened to be wearing black and had masks on.
He was wearing a t-shirt that said Antifa.
Yeah. No, I mean, I offer them some munchkins just like everyone else here, just because I think we need to be cordial with people. So continue with your story.
I'm sure that they're homophobic or something.
Well, I made sure I got a very mixed bag of munchkins as well, so.
Yeah, but they're balls.
Well, hey, I mean, it is what it is. I suppose we could always squeeze them out a little bit, but what were your thoughts of the parade?
So, I thought it was mostly in good humor.
Yeah.
On the parade side. I think the opposition, as usual, has a sort of a cartoon in their minds. I remember when I was down at one of their other events in 2017, Tim Pool covered it.
Right.
And he said, on this side, you have 4chan.
Right.
And on this side, you have people who think they're fighting the Nazis.
Right.
There aren't actually any Nazis on either side.
I had at least at the rally I went to a year and a half ago, upon reviewing footage, there was at least one gentleman that said he identified as a National Socialist. Again, I wasn't down there.
Oh, so there's a little bit of PR involved.
Right.
You will get tossed out of any of these events. If somebody shows up and they're actually repping that sort of thing, they'll get kicked out.
Well, that's the thing. And that's why I wanted to put on the Rally to Restore Sanity and/or Turtles, because Jon Stewart, the words that he said 10 years ago now, I think they ring true. It's kind of like he did the analogy of just the traffic. It's like, you go, then I go. You go, then I go. Every once in a while, there'll be an asshole that cuts up across like the median or something, but those folks are few, far between, and we condemn those people.
Yeah. And there are people that speed through turtle crossings.
Yeah, dude, I actually up around my hometown in Westfield, they actually have a turtle crossing.
In Wilmington, they got turtle crossing.
Right. No, that's an actual thing.
Yes.
But that's the thing. It's
I saw one actually.
Yeah.
There was a turtle right in the middle of the road, like mid-step, and then the rest of them was just gone.
Right. Oh, Snacks and Munchkins, man. Yeah.
Oh, thank you. I'm just looking at your paperwork here.
Oh yeah, we're doing the Rally to Restore Sanity and/or Turtles.
Well, there is one turtle we got to get rid of. His name's Mitch McConnell.
That mimetic is very strong. I still remember it. It makes me giggle, but it's just, I think we can do this. Here's the thing, if folks are using their words like we are right now, I believe we're all more similar than we are different, but we do each have our own unique life experience, but we all still do stupid shit too. And that's the thing. It's just, we were kind of talking a little before, I call it a shadow straw man. We see just some of the most horrific stuff with the internet nowadays.
Sure.
And it's just, then we kind of get in our minds, if we see somebody and like, well, they're on this side, so they all must be that way. But I've had cordial conversations with you, with other people, and this is just holding up to my hypothesis. That's the thing.
I don't think anybody on any side is like how anybody thinks they are.
Well, that's the thing.
It's all a giant cartoon.
Well,
if you tried to understand all of these actual people and what they actually think, it's too much bandwidth.
Well, that's
a lot easier to just go for good versus evil.
Well, that's the thing. It's quick and easy, but it's just, we do each have our own lived experience too.
Yes.
That helps guide us. And it's just, I think what Jon Stewart said, it's like that Nazi, communist, those are titles that are earned. Those folks put in the hard effort to be such frickin' whatever you want to say about that. So, and that's the thing.
Khmer Rouge went through a lot of plastic bags.
And that's just the thing. It's like we have 4 people here right now. I don't want to get you on camera if you don't want, man. So, but I think we can figure these things out. But what kind of makes me sad is I work at a nonprofit in Manchester. And about 2 weeks ago, I went up there to get a few interviews on the ground. And there was a woman there that was protesting. And she had a sign that really touched me. It was, "Make America Decent Again." And the thing that scared me is there was a young Trump supporter there. And I asked him, I'm like, if the president is reelected, do you think that's possible? And he told me no. And that terrifies me.
Did you ask him if he thought it was possible if he wasn't reelected?
I didn't phrase.
That might also be impossible.
Well, it's just, that's why I'm just trying to bring folks together right now, because we're having civil conversation right now, because I think folks here are good people, and we can figure this stuff out.
Frankly, I hope this stuff ends when Trump's out of office. I have an unfortunate feeling that it won't, but
It won't.
we're gonna try our best. You know, we're gonna do our best to just end this.
It was going before Trump even announced.
It was,
his
but
candidacy.
I feel like he's amplified it to a degree where it's become this. And I just don't remember this much brazen anti-Semitism, racism, homophobia out in public like this.
The problem with the anti-Semitism is that I've spent all day as a Jewish person on Shabbat having Gentiles yell Nazi at me. How do you think that feels?
Probably pretty bad.
It's about the most offensive thing you can do to me.
I would imagine, yeah.
Right. So
imagine.
just because somebody went to college in Boston and decided that they think they know everything, makes them think they have the right to call me a Nazi.
I think a lot of times what we lose is, especially depending on where we're consuming our news from, it's like all of a sudden I'm going to some more left-wing channels and stuff. I'm like, a lot of my libertarian conservative friends, I never heard mentions of these stories about a person getting shot or someone getting beaten and stuff. It's like we all try to focus on what's going to like promote our side. My big thing is I think we need the truth. And the truth isn't always pretty.
Truth is too high bandwidth for the American people.
I would have to disagree with that. I would have to disagree. It's just, if we're not operating from truth, we're operating from inaccurate information. And if we have that accurate information, then we can. Because what bothers me is when people say that people are dumb. I think most people are smart. They know what they know.
Smart too.
Well, it's just when we're confronted with something we're unfamiliar with, we often revert to what somebody we know and trust says.
But smart people can still be
Probably
lazy.
rejoin my friend.
No worries, man. Hey, be safe.
Smart people can still be lazy.
Well, that's another factor that we need to kind of work into. So
Sometimes you'll see Peterson talk about low resolution answers.
that's we were just discussing before we kind of went to video here. Is I went to see Dr. Peterson, and at first I kind of wanted to complain, almost from a left-wing side, because he said all Marxists want to destroy modern society. Well, even if that was an eventuality, I don't think that they all believe that. And then I looked at my room, and I realized my room was a complete mess. So instead, I told him he was a pretty good wizard. A wizard is a person who changes the world around them via verbal and semantic components, i.e. their words and actions.
Right. Clean up your room.
It is a good point. He did make a good point with the cleaning the room thing.
So
My room's still messy.
Yeah. Did you guys have any final thoughts or anything you kind of wanted to just get in here?
As soon as people stop paying attention to the cartoon caricature of their opponents and stop them on the street, get them to take their mask off, have a conversation, you'll find that there's practically nobody here on either side that's a problem.
That's the thing. It's just, I don't think there are truly any enemies here. It's just, we're fighting a shadow straw man, if you would. Just our minds go to the worst place in caricatures, as you were saying. So,
Yes.
hey, I appreciate your guys' time. Thank you so much. And let me just grab your YouTube channels again, just so I can subscribe to them. Sorry.